If you've been wanting to show up more powerfully, potently, and authentically online, on video, on social media, and sometimes you're just like, "Ugh, it feels overwhelming. It feels like too much. I feel too vulnerable. This is for you." So I want to just help you bust any freaking visibility blocks that have been hindering your expression authentically with your message and with your work in the world, and support you with showing up as your most powerful self, who is uninhibited in her expression, who is absolutely freaking magnetic to all of the opportunities, the clients, abundance, everything. So that's what we're going to talk about. But first, if you are new to me, hello, my name is Stephanie Sage. I am a spiritual mentor and visibility coach. I've been supporting spiritual entrepreneurs for almost 10 years with creating a life and business that they absolutely love through embodying their fully expressed self and overcoming any distortions that have been keeping them small. So this is my jam. I absolutely love talking about all things visibility, manifestation, spirituality. So if you resonate, hit the subscribe button. And if you want support on your journey, let's work together. All of that is in the description box below, along with amazing resources to support you with manifesting a life and business you absolutely love. All right, let's get into it. Okay, tell me if this has happened to you, because this has happened to me and sometimes it still does. And I'm like, what the heck? Have you ever heard that little voice in your head say something like, oh, you don't know what to say. You're going to mess up on your video. Oh, that's not going to make sense. People aren't going to care about that. That's too generic. You know, that little freaking, well, it's like the little devil on your shoulder telling you all of these things about you that are really shitty, that really suck, that make you feel disempowered and make you just want to crawl into a hole and not show up. People are going to judge you. People aren't going to like this. You're going to get canceled. Like, that freaking little voice can hold you back in so many more ways than just not posting or not showing up as powerfully as you can. And so how do you overcome that voice? How do we shut that little voice the fuck up? Well, for me, it's been a multi-dimensional approach. So for me, when I first started showing up, I was really nervous, and I got over that through literally just taking action and reminding myself that action builds confidence and crushes fear. And through the action that I took, I started becoming more clear in my message, more clear in my communication, and most importantly, more confident and embodied in it. And so that really propelled a lot of things for me and supported me with showing up for my community, with connecting with my audience and building a beautiful, beautiful, amazing audience, and continuing to. But it doesn't mean I didn't have doubts beyond that. As I mentioned, that little voice creeps in sometimes. In fact, it was just creeping in the video before this one. And I was messing up left and right, getting in my head, not in my flow. And for a moment, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what gives? I almost was like, I'm not recording today. But then I was like, no, that voice doesn't have power over me unless I give it power over me. And why would I give that voice power over me when everything I teach, preach, and believe in is to not identify with the disempowering stories? The whole point is to do the opposite. So here I am doing the opposite. Okay. But seriously, that voice can creep in sometimes. And we've just got to learn how to and make our soul speak louder and clearer, and remind ourselves of the fact that we know our shit, we are embodied and have lots of wisdom from our journey, and the people who are going to resonate will resonate. This all comes down to remembering your innate worthiness, remembering that you are enough just as you are, and it's your authenticity that is going to be magnetic. So while yes, it can be a little nerve-wracking at times to feel exposed and put yourself out there online, there's this fear of judgment, which is really just fear of rejection. And once we can get over that fear of rejection by no longer rejecting ourselves, that was a deep one, then it's going to be so much easier to show up authentically and in your power. Another thing I'll say is the more you share your stories and your experience and allow your audience in to connect with you through your stories, the easier it's going to be to build a community, to continue showing up as your authentic self, and to overcome any fears or limitations that have been hindering you in the past. And the more you share your stories and just be like, you know what, whatever I say is perfect and whoever resonates will resonate, the more you do that, the easier it's going to be. And the more in flow you'll be. You'll start to find your flow. You see, when we're in our head, it's hard to find our flow. That's when that voice comes in even more. And it's like, oh, you can't do this. No one's gonna care. But when we're in our body, when we're in our heart, and when we remind ourselves that what I say matters and is going to reach the perfect people in the perfect time, that's when you'll get into more of a flow state. and you won't be thinking about messing up or, people judging you. You'll be just thinking about the person that you're speaking to who needs your message. Because the truth is, for every one person that judges you, because it is going to happen, I guarantee you there are hundreds, if not thousands more, who are literally needing to hear your message, who would benefit from your message, whose lives would change from hearing your message, who need to hear exactly what you have to say. There's hundreds, if not thousands, possibly even more of those people. So when you show up, speak to the people who are your people. Don't speak to the people who are not your people. When you're fearing judgment, you're thinking that you're going to be speaking to all the people who are not your people. But when you're speaking to the people who need to hear your message, who are where you once were, who can see themselves in your story, then that's all that matters. And those people are going to come flocking in so much, like crazy, the more you do that. That's what happened for me when I started building my community back in the day when it initially blew up on Facebook. I was just sharing and showing up for the people that were resonating with my message and speaking to them, and tens of thousands of people started joining my community. And I'm doing the same thing as I'm building on YouTube, because I plan on going all in on YouTube. I'm saying it, and I'm going to continue to say it to keep myself accountable, because I have to be very honest with you. I haven't been as consistent as I would like to be on YouTube in the past, and that is changing, and I'm holding myself accountable by sharing it with you. And yeah, so back to what I was saying, that is what I'm doing on YouTube. I'm speaking to the people who resonate with my message. Awesome, great. They'll find me, they'll subscribe, they'll love what I'm putting out there, and that's all there is to it. So the same goes for you. Speak to the people that you want to speak to. Speak to your absolute dream clients, the people that you know are going to be like, holy shit, I needed to hear this today. This speaks to my soul. This was so helpful. Thank you so much. Speak to those people. And that will support you with building more confidence, with giving less fucks, and just being yourself. Another thing that will really support you, that's something that I love doing, is every time before I go on a video, aside from when that little voice was creeping in like crazy, which is ironic that I didn't do it, I say like an incantation or a prayer or whatever, affirmation, whatever you want to call it. I say an intention. I say something like, everything that is going to come through me is going to be perfect, and it's going to reach the perfect people that it's meant for. I'm going to be in flow, and the message is going to be transmitted powerfully to exactly who needs to hear it. I trust my channel. I trust what comes through me. And I'm so excited to support and serve the people that are meant for this message. Something simple like that. You can do the same for yourself as well before you make a post, before you go on a video, etc. And that's going to support you with being in your heart versus your head. Being in your head is, what are they going to think? Or what am I doing? Being in your heart is, I trust myself, I trust my channel, and I'm going to speak from my heart and what lights me up and drop massive value and connect with my people. There's a different energy, there's a different frequency that comes with that. And the more you show up, the better you're going to get, the more confidence you're going to build. And also know that sometimes you might have a day, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world, but there's nothing more freeing than being your authentic self. And there's nothing more magnetic than being your authentic self. So when it comes to being more visible or overcoming the fear of being seen in bigger and bolder ways, remind yourself of your own journey, of your own successes, of all of the challenges that you've overcome, of all of the skills that you've acquired on your journey, of all of the amazing ways that you've supported yourself with healing, with growing, with whatever you're supporting other people with. You have so much lived experience, and all you get to do is share that and express that. And when you are solid in who you are, it doesn't matter what other people think or what other people say. Yes, we're human, and some things can sting a little bit if there's still some charge within us. But ultimately, when you're good with you, then the trolls control, people could say whatever, and it's not going to affect you, not nearly as much as it would have in the past when you weren't okay with you, when you weren't grounded in who you are. So I hope that makes sense. Every time now, and this doesn't happen very often, but in the times that I do have like a troll or someone that disagrees with something that I share, I don't get triggered. I actually get curious, or I just realize that they have a different perspective, and that's okay. The thing that really set me free from being afraid that people are going to judge and all this other stuff is letting it be okay. Like letting it be okay for other people to have different perspectives and different opinions than my own. So for example, I made a post a while back that was pretty polarizing on Instagram, and a lot of people disagreed and a lot of people did agree. But the people who didn't agree or who unfollowed and got triggered and all of that, they just had a different perspective that was different from mine, and that was it. Like I didn't really take it personally at all. And that actually showed me how much I've grown. I was just like, okay, I know who I am. I know I'm a good person. I know my values. I know I'm in integrity. But if they think otherwise, if they think, that I'm not or whatever, that's on them. That's their perspective. That's the lens that they're seeing through. But I know who I am. So when you know who you are and you know that you are in integrity and you love who you are and you empower yourself, then that is all that really matters. You're not out here being an asshole to people. Like, you are here to serve from your heart. You're here to just be you. When you know that, you remind yourself of that and you show up for yourself. And the best thing you could do for yourself is be yourself. Then you're untouchable and you will literally magnetize more people who resonate and vibe with you than ever before. But those people can't find you. They can't connect with you if you're not being your fully authentic self, or if you're hiding, or if you're trying to prove yourself, showing up in proving energy. Hashtag been there. They're not going to be able to find you or resonate as powerfully if you're doing that. So let this be a reminder to just show up, do it messy, build confidence through consistency, build clarity through consistency, and keep freaking going, because your message is meant to reach so many more people and they're literally waiting for what you have to share. So I'm going to leave this here. Hope this was super helpful for you. If you love this, let me know, and I will see you in the next one.